Hi everyone, TR here. The next video we're going to do is the physical wellness case study assignment. This is the second assignment in Module 2. You have all completed the first emotional wellness, the two-parter, and now you're working on the second assignment. You are doing well, and this is great. So let's start. Well, we're on the right course, of course. No pun intended. You're going to go to your announcements, so let's go to the announcement that I want you to take a look at. And the announcement is for the physical wellness case study tips. It's the assignment tips announcement for physical wellness. Now, you will notice that I've got a video, and this is last year's video, but when this recording is done, I will replace last year's video with this recording. Key points, as we mentioned over and over and over and over and over again, make sure you read all of the content pages carefully. Skimming seems to be endemic among people, and it is not helpful. Please do not submit key or pages or numbers or HTML files. Can't open them, can't read them. I'll ask you to redo it or resubmit them. So please do not do that. And please do not submit pictures of handwritten documents. I provide for you at great time. It took a lot of time to create those templates, and those templates are a perfect representation of the work that you need to provide in that assignment. So, carefully read this information about what you need to do for this particular case study. Now, I do mention something about templates and converting it to PDF. If you are working with a Mac, that's recommended. You should, and you do understand that we, as in we, the CBE, the Calgary Board of Education, does offer free Microsoft Office. I explained this in the second announcement and the Start Here First Must Watch video. If you have not done those two things, please go back and do them. It will save you a lot of time, grief, and possibly money. Now, once this assignment gets done, and both the emotional wellness and this physical wellness gets done, you will be able to access quiz number 2 and work on that quiz. Now, let's go to the table of contents. You see that there are 3 lessons that you need to carefully read before you do the actual study. This is the content page link. We click on this, and this is what it looks like. I have, for your benefit, added the video again. So you can watch it here, you can watch the assignment tips folder, assignment tips announcement. Choose watch it again, watch it twice, not a bad idea. So this is about our study, our case study, this young gentleman named Sam. And Sam, you're given a description of Sam, and the idea is for you to help poor Sam out. Sam needs to feel better. And so this case study is your work from what you've learned in the 3 lessons and outside of our course, but mainly the 3 lessons that we've provided. And you're going to share it in this case study template with attached rubric. Well, what's that look like? Let's open that up and let's take a look. So this is the template that we've created. Nice, actually colorful, unusual for me. I'm a pretty basic kind of guy. Not 50% basic, but basic is in just what you need kind of submission. I better stop now, digging the hole too deep. Anyways, so job 1, issue description. You want to give me a lot of detail describing this description. Sweat. What's going on with sweat, right? Why is this area important for overall health? And primarily use the resources websites provided in Module 2. Please understand that you must properly cite them, and you must put them here. If you do not, as this is part of the rubric, you will lose marks. So, simple is the web page itself has at the bottom of the page properly cited websites. So you can just copy those citations and use them, add them here. Now, you describe the issue description with detail. Then you have 2 suggestion recommendations that you need to provide to help our friend Sam. Now, include the key insights and vocabulary you learned in the physical wellness section of this module. The more detail you provide, the more depth that you go into, the better the mark you will receive. And we will discuss that shortly as we reach the bottom of this template and I review the marking rubric. The steps, so there's sweet, sweat, step, sleep, sit, and healthy eating. Now, same format that you follow for each of these sections. You give me the issue description with detail. You give 2 suggestion recommendations with lots of detail. And then you give me the properly cited references, web pages that you used into completing this assignment. So if we look at the marking rubric, the first outcome in the program of studies is this P2 outcome. Carefully read that. Our template connections are the issue description and the suggestion recommendation. Starting from level 1 across, the level 1 point, 25% means that you have not provided nearly enough information and to suggest that you understand what we're trying to get you to learn here. Level 2 is 2 out of 4, 50% minimum. It's minimum effort, minimum evidence that you understand what you need to understand. And typically it's, 2 sentences, maybe 3. And then as we move along this grid, the more depth and detail you give, the better the mark you will receive. The more connected you can make with this to yourself, the better mark you will receive. So this is the first outcome and the template connections. I will give marks like a 2.5, so it's a little bit better than a minimum effort, but it's not really a good effort. There's, there's just not enough detail. It's more general, lots of general information. And please use your own voice. Do not copy and paste information. This should be in your own words. The second outcome is this P6 outcome. The template connection is the suggestion recommendations. And again, going across the grid, we see that you go from level 1 to level 4, and it's just simply a matter of how much information you give in this assignment. The more depth and detail you provide, the more you make it real, the better mark you'll receive. And the final outcome, this P6 outcome, the connections are the issue description, the suggestions, recommendations, and the APA cited references from the lesson content page. So, starting from level 1 going across, information is not provided from evidence-based resources, the content lessons, and you prove that by providing the citations on the bottom of the content, this template page. So, if you have any questions or concerns regarding this assignment, pretty straightforward. You want to do this in your own words. You do want to check your Turnitin. You do submit it to the assignment folders, physical wellness case study. You do want to use the template, and you do want to upload this template. Okay, so please take care, and I'm looking forward to seeing your comments and suggestions. Usually a great exercise for me to mark. Bye now.